Hey guys, welcome. If it's your first time here, it is Paul TV, and hope to see you again. On the other side of the room, you can still see my Christmas tree. I know it's end of February, but I usually I usually leave my Christmas tree for some months, after December, so I'm not really in rush of taking it down. But anyways, that's not why we're here. So guys, in the few previous videos, we've been discussing, I know I'm covering myself, it's very cold still. It's Canada, guys, it's freezing cold. So anyways, in the few previous videos, we've been discussing and chatting about betrayal, and it is interesting actually. When I started talking about this topic, I didn't realize actually I wrote a book in that regards, and two of my books that are bestsellers as well actually did touch on this topic a little bit, but I usually avoid talking, focusing on issues or topics that carry a lot of weight. What do I mean? What I mean is betrayal carries a lot of weight on it. It's sometimes it's a challenging topic for some people, because at least, I don't know, most people that I've met, one or two people at least, did say that they have been betrayed. But the most thing about betrayal is, first of all, I always say that I did mention in previous videos and also in my books that before you start being friends with people, especially with families, of course, they're already family, there's nothing you can do about that. But the main thing is just analyzing the friendship and analyzing people and see who you can bring into your circle, or just decide not to have a circle. Just like Prophet Lobi will say, just have a straight line, don't have like a circle of group or of people or entourage, you know what I mean? The point is so that you cannot be disappointed, right? Usually most people don't respect friendships. What I mean is some people take any kind of friendship and relationship for granted. They don't realize that sometimes some people actually invest in that, and because of that, because they don't really take it serious, lack of seriousness actually bridges a lot of contempt, in sense that you can trust someone, or you can trust a person with a piece of information, and they'll just not really respect the fact that it took someone a lot to actually open up to them. And even though you tell them don't share this information, they'll still share it. And some people are actually nice, they'll tell you know what, then don't tell me, I'm really not good at keeping a piece of information. So this is just gonna be the last video probably, unless something really happened, to talk again about betrayal. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because most of the videos that I already actually I showed in the few previous videos, and even some videos from last year, I did touch on this, and few of my books also touched on that. And just the main thing is to be smart on who you want to have in your clique, right? And also just not to trust everyone blindly. Back in the day, I used to trust everybody. I used to think everyone wants the best for me, and I paid price for that, because I was too young, and I was also very naive, right? And that can happen in so many ways. Like if you are really young and naive, and you are still ignorant of the most people's characters, ignorant of how things work, in different circumstances, in different situations, even in different people's lives. You just make assumption that, okay, this is my best friend, they want the best for me, and I can tell them anything, they're gonna guard it, they are loyal. But in reality, that's not the world is. The world is not that. The world is not that. And that's what the Bible even say. We how does it say that the scripture that we are fighting against principalities from higher places, right? It's not the flesh and blood that we are fighting against, right? So even the scripture understands that. That way, like, you need to walk, not like you need to walk on an eggshell per se. It's just that you need to be careful. The book of Proverbs says wisdom is a principal thing, right? So it's very, very important to not walk on eggshell, but just to be smart. And I think maybe everyone need a little bit of percentage of street smartness, in a sense that you need to pick your battles. Just don't believe or don't trust everyone and everything blindly. Analyze, take your time. That way you are not disappointed, right? And I even tell people that say that, oh, I've been betrayed, so and so betrayed me. I always tell people, even as far as relationship, even though with friends and family, analyze, see who still thinks the way you do. Sometimes people grow, people move, people change, and that is fine. It's just that if people change, sometimes they change for the good, sometimes they don't. But the most important thing is how are you working with different group of people, right? How are you working with them? Like, how do you pick your battles? Who do you see as someone that is going to be loyal? Are you loyal? And even I tell people, like, anytime if you think of betrayal, if someone betrayed you, betrayal, I try to avoid a dictionary definition, but all I'm saying is, whatever you do, make sure you're not the one that betrayed somebody, right? Make sure it is the other person. You need to continue to be the bigger one. You need to continue to be the loyal one, continue to be the trustworthy one, continue to be the one that is, being righteous, doing the righteous things, right? But don't always find yourself on the other side, right? It is very, very important, because I always tell people, karma knows the addresses of people. Karma knows your address. If you do something bad for somebody, just know one day it's gonna come around. And even though it doesn't come around to you, it might come around to your family, your children. So you just have to be careful. Be careful. Because as Swahili usually say, malipo ni hapo hapo duniani. So payback usually happens right here in the world, right? Is that the way to say it, the direct translation? Anyways, so guys, as I mentioned earlier, this is gonna be the last video about betrayal. Maybe not really the least. However, just be watchful out there, be careful, and continue to be a good person. Okay?